Powerful investing advice for you. The road to becoming a millionaire starts when you're a teenager. Thank you for being here, Fortune Fastlaner. Today, this video will help you and the young generation on your road to success to becoming a millionaire. A lot of you might ask what to do when you turn at the age of 18 years old or how to invest as a teenager. Luckily for you, Fortune Fastlaner, we've produced some suggestions on your road to becoming a millionaire. Even if you're not a teenager now, and now you're an adult, this is still applicable for you. So, sit back and watch this video till the end. If you're not subscribed yet, you might have missed a ton of information. Don't miss out on the good stuff. While you're here, subscribe to the Fortune Fastlane channel. If you're new, join the Fortune Fastlane community by subscribing to the channel. We're going to discuss exactly what you should be doing as a teenager to set yourself up financially. Here are the things that you need to know and what you need to do when you turn the age of 18 years old, step by step, and definitely what you should be doing with your time to make the most out of those early years. This is the type of video we wish we saw when we were 17 or 18 years old. If you watch this video, you can avoid making a few mistakes in your teenage years, especially in your finances. Let's make it easy. Right now, you might be struggling financially or you might not be where you want to be in your life right now. No matter how much time or how much money you have, we can help with that. It doesn't take anything else other than this video. Just watch this and implement it into your life, and we guarantee we will show you a way out of financial struggle. Have your own credit card. The first suggestion that we have for you is as soon as you turn 18, go and get a credit card. You gotta get a credit card, and that's gonna be your birthday present to yourself. If you're over the age of 18 and you haven't done this yet, you have to just go and get a credit card as soon as you can. You would not want to regret your teenage life by not getting a credit card, because if you grew up with two parents who were in credit card debt, you will see the effect of credit cards they had on them. Basically, you're going to grow up with a mentality that credit cards are pointless and they are evil, and you should always pay using your debit card or cash, and you think that you should never use credit. So, pretty much until you wanted to invest in real estate when you're going to be about 23 years old and no bank would want to give you a loan. Well, it's because you had absolutely zero credit history. You might think that you will never be needing a credit card, but your chances of getting a mortgage might decrease because you don't have a history of using credit. Learn while you're still young. You might think that you did not understand that building your credit was not about being irresponsible with money, and it's not about being in debt. You must use the system to your benefit by showing lenders that you can pay your bills on time and in full. Lenders want to know that they can trust you with a credit card, as it's one of your most important assets. Prove to them that you can handle money by putting down a small deposit when acquiring a credit card. It will generate for you a credit line equivalent to that deposit. Some credit cards come with no annual fees and offer cash back on every purchase. Because of these features, you can build your credit by charging purchases to the card. Watch your credit spend carefully and only spend a minimal amount on your credit card every month. You will likely get the best return if you put $30 in your credit card every month and pay it off before it's due. You must do that consistently. It's really just as simple as doing that. This is going to help you tremendously in the future if you just start building your credit now. Open a bank account. A bank account is important, especially if you're an independent adult. You need to have your own bank account, and only you have access to it and can manage it. Now, if you don't own one and you're over the age of 18 years old, you have to go and open up now your own bank account. If you're becoming more secure in yourself and financially independent as a teenager or an adult, then it's the best time now to get a bank account. You're next to being a financially responsible independent adult. Every bank account is different, so it's important you find out the exact terms and conditions of your banking before signing anything. A bank account should not cost you anything and shouldn't be a hassle to keep. If you want to open a bank account, you should keep the fees in mind. Many banks have absurdly low minimum checking account balances and monthly fees attached to them. With these banks, it's easy to find one that is not required. If you're under the age of 23 years old and a student, why not start to open up your bank account, such as Bank of America? Everything you have is pretty much free. Some banks waive all the fees, so there's really no downside. You may as well just set up an account with them. Otherwise, if you're over the age of 25 years old and not a student, as long as you keep $200 in your account, they're gonna waive all of the fees, so that's the way around it. So a monthly maintenance fee is what you want to avoid. You have to make sure your bank account has no fees and you're good then. This step is really just about learning to manage money on your own by having your own bank account that you're fully responsible for, and that is one step closer to being a financially responsible teenager or as an adult. Sign up for Roth IRA. The third one that you might want to consider as soon as you can, go and sign up for a Roth IRA. This is another one of those things that you should do if you're a teenager now. Right now, you don't have an idea what is a Roth IRA and how does it work. A Roth IRA is a great fund among which you can invest your money. You contribute and it earns without a tax for the year in addition to having no penalties provided that the fund has been open for 5 years and you're over age 59. Roth IRA accounts are ideal to save money and set funds away for when you retire. You can withdraw the funds without paying taxes because they're treated as earned income. One of the best ways to start saving money is if you're young as a teenager, so it's really easy to set aside a lot for your future. It's also helpful because you might not be making as much money, and due to that, you might be able to avoid paying taxes. Tax-free investing is the perfect time for you to invest in a Roth IRA. Right now, it costs significantly less and you will not be carrying these taxes into retirement later. The power of compound interest can be applied to your money when you're young. When you start investing early, the money starts to make you wealthy. When you're young, compound interest is an incredibly powerful tool that can help make your life better in many ways. This means your money will have made it possible for you to earn more than double what you put in before the age of 60. These are the reasons you should start your Roth IRA as soon as you turn 18. Get out of consumer debt as soon as possible. A lot of you may find that money is a problem. Consumer debt is important to have been eliminated as early as you can, and this applies to any age. We're not referring you to any low interest rate mortgage on a rental property or leveraging your money to make you even more money. We're referring to the high interest rate credit card debt, a high interest rate personal loan, high interest like an auto loan, or any other consumer type of debt that has really no purpose to make you more money. This will make your life terrible. It's important to remember that you shouldn't buy things that you don't plan on buying outright. It's especially important if you're trying to maintain your financial health. Don't buy something if you can't afford it upfront. Debt is harmful, and you should never be an option when buying something. More often than not, you can handle purchases like this responsibly by only buying things you can afford to pay off in full. However, you put the purchase on a credit card so they can get the points and build up your credit history simultaneously and pay off the credit card in full by the time it's due. If you're in debt, it can really ruin your life. Debt really endangers you everything if not handled correctly, especially at a young age where you should be prioritizing saving and investing in things such as savings plan and investments. So just get into the habit of only buying things that you can afford. Always make sure to pay them off in full. Start a career and obtain employment. If you're a teenager watching this right now, go get a job. Yeah, that's right. If there's anything that will set you on a successful path and get you on the right track to things, it's by applying and getting your first job. You would rather go and work after school for a few hours. You can learn anything and you can actually get paid for some of the work that you're doing. Some of the experiences you might encounter will teach you everything. You can actually work with adults all day long. You can learn how the business is run, and you will see the importance of customer service, and you're going to feel and see what it's like to actually make and save your own money. If you're a teen right now and you don't have a job, take any job you can, even if it's just working a few hours a week. The work experience that you get from doing the work now will be worth it 1,000 times over by the time you get older. It's always worth it. Save money and live below your means. You need to make major changes to your personal life in order to be successful. Develop a saving mentality, reduce spending across the board, and make daily sacrifices. You have to get used to living below your means, no matter how much money you ever made. You have to always live less significantly, even when you're working part-time throughout high school. You're going to need to save all the money that you made. Even if you had no idea what you were doing with investing, this is going to help you go ahead and invest in real estate at the very bottom of the market. We know for sure that it's going to pay off in the future when opportunities arise, whether they come up or not. Saving money will make you confident enough. We know your savings will be worth it later on. You have to start living below your means and don't go to waste and buy senseless things just to impress people. No matter what happens, don't buy things that are not going to make a positive long-term difference in your life. You have to bear in mind that it's totally acceptable to live extremely frugally in your teenage years. This is the best time to save money right now. Now is the time to go ahead with saving your money before it's too late. Getting a college degree is not always the only way to succeed. A lot of you may say that getting an education is important to you. However, it's so important for you to know also not to go to college just for the sake of going to college. One day you might realize to yourself that you don't need a college degree to do what you want to do. A lot of you might go to college because your parents pressured you into going. So, you go to school and you waste 4 years of your life studying something that you don't really care about. Then later on, you get bogged down with student loans and then you graduate and then you can't find a job. Now, you have to find a way to repay the $50,000 in debt so given. Now, just a piece of great advice. If you don't know what you want to do with your life either, get some work experience until you can figure it out, or instead, just go to a 2-year community college just to get your general education requirements out of the way until you figure it out. That way, you could save a ton of time and money. You can get some work experience and make some money at the same time until you figure out what you want to do. And then, from there, you can make a decision. If you have a clear path to what you want to do, then it's best to go to college. Finally, how to invest as a teenager. You might want to know all this information. All you need to do is invest in a low-cost broad index fund. An index fund is an investment that tracks the performance of a market index. Put your money in an index fund and let it invest in a diverse portfolio of stocks within the index. Invest in that consistently and then invest with the expectation of holding it for the next 40 to 50 years. That is literally all you need to do. Establishing an index fund such as FZROX, VTSAX, FIAX, or a target date retirement fund through Vanguard is a good idea. One investment could change your life as you approach retirement with guaranteed returns. Now, it's best to start taking on more risk now while you're young. You might fail sometimes, but at least you won't make all those mistakes. The mistakes you make are all part of the process in life. You should avoid them by giving yourself some guidelines and by starting and following all of the things that we mentioned in this video on your road to success to becoming a millionaire. That's it for this video, Fortune Fastlaner. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we put into making content that educates and help you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon!